Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Rea on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Rea. Roll into our 16th year on the air on this February the 11th, 2017. Talked a little bird dogs earlier, then talked a little fishing. We're going to talk some more bird dogs, but we're also going to talk a little bit more fishing here. And we go from Bobby Lane down there in Florida to a man that I know everybody is asking him for special Valentine gifts. You know, he's got plenty of money.
And guess what? Those gifts that they're probably asking for are non-existent.
They are, yeah. But did you see the size of that check? How's he going to get that in his wallet?
Well, you know, that check and that special little bait that he was using.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Geronimo himself here. You know, everybody's seen the video. Is our good friend Mark Rose, $125,000 at Lake Guntersville, FLW. Congratulations, Mark. Did you have to make it so exciting?
I tell you, I was.
That's
I
divine intervention.
Pretty hard on that one, Larry. I tell you, I was thinking that I was losing it throughout the day, and then how your emotions change. You know, to go from a pretty low to that big of a high. You know, I don't know if you've seen the video.
Oh, I've seen the video, Mark.
I don't show much emotion on the water or any time, and I think that was the loudest I've ever screamed in my life.
Hey, you know, Mark, you're absolutely right about being the low. I think it was about noon, 1 o'clock on Twitter there. They were talking about you were behind at that time.
Yeah.
And all the way up to 1 o'clock, saw another Twitter feed that you were behind. And, oh, my gosh, you it was divine intervention.
3:15, he makes a cast. He catches a 5-pounder, ends up 79 pounds, 11 ounces, a 15-ounce victory over his good friend Brian Thrift of Shelby, North Carolina. You can't get more dramatic than that. And I've known Mark a long time from aluminum boat days, and I'd never seen him that. I mean, that's classic video, buddy.
Well, you know, Mark, I have to say.
Yeah, you got to even back up a few more minutes from that, Larry, because whenever it was 3:05, and I have to be in at 3:30, and I was still 5 minutes away from check-in, and I ran the opposite way 10 minutes to go make probably 10 casts.
Wow!
I just felt like, you know, the Lord I just felt something saying, hey, you need to go back there and make just 2 or 3 casts where you've been catching all of your bigger ones all week. I caught 4 fish that week that were in the 5-pound class, and every one of them came from that area. And I said, you know, it had rested like 2 hours. And I hadn't caught a big one on it that day, so I said, I need to go make even if it's just 1 cast, because it was pretty much just 1 cast on that area. And I said, I got to run back there and do it, even if I just make 2 or 3 casts. And the very first cast I catch one. I think it weighed 512, something like that. And I won by 15 ounces. I called a 2-4.
You did?
Wow.
I did that.
That's awesome.
Well, and again, we're talking to Mark Rose, a good friend from West Memphis, and
hey, Mark.
Fresh off for a win. Hold on. Let me tell these folks out there, FLW Tour at Lake Guntersville, presented by Lawrence, and 4-day total of 20 bass, weighing 79.11. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not on the Twitter, but I'm on a lot of different things, and you know, my texts were rolling in, you know, and things like that. And I said, wow, this must be pretty. When people were starting to tell me like that, but you were there, and Ron will probably attest to this. You and Brian have had some battles before, right?
Brian Thrift? Yeah. We've. It seems like every time I make the cut, he's there. But you know, Larry, that's usually the way it is in pro sports. Whenever you have some good fishermen, you know, it seems like there's a handful of them that are, you know, always at the top.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It seems like Kevin and Skeet and Ike and all those guys are, you know, Jason Christie, they're all battling it out over there, and it seems like you got a core group of guys over here on FLW that are always up there. You got to throw Andy Morgan in that mix. So
Andy Morgan. And
it seems like there's a few guys that if I'm going to win a tournament, I've always got to beat. And we go back and forth, you know. I've gotten beat by them a whole lot of times, so it didn't hurt my feelings none to hold that big check.
Well, Mark, listen, you know, I'm surprised that you were able to have such stamina to do what you do. Friday during the day and leading up to Friday, you were preparing and had your wild game dinner in Marion, Arkansas. The next day you hit the road so you could be at a Meet the Pros conference there at Gunnersville. Then you've got practice, and then you have tournaments. When do you ever sleep?
Yeah, not to mention the fact that we had a fishing church at 6 a.m. Sunday morning.
That's right.
Yeah, it's all, but, you know, the Bible tells us in all of our ways acknowledge Him, and I try to. My way is fishing, and that's what I feel like God has blessed me with. That all was handed down from my granddad and dad and me, and those passion that I have for outdoors collided with my old baseball competitiveness, and so my way is fishing, and that's what I feel like I was put on this earth for. So in my ways, I'm going to acknowledge Him and share His love for people in every way that I can. And it's a lot of hard work at times, but you know, He blesses us so much. He's given us so much. I know you guys are successful. I've been able to be successful with it. So we just, from time to time, we have to give back.
Well, let me tell you something, because I know when I was at Cherry Road Baptist and Mark, you talking about dedication. He literally came in from a tournament to speak that night at Cherry Road. And I know that Mark's schedule is busy. I can't wait for you to be at Trinity, Mark, on that first Thursday in March. The tickets just went up, you know. So Trinity Baptist, George Gregory's going to drive me nuts now. Okay, I mean, because that's I saw the preacher the other day there at a funeral that was going on, and he can't wait. And now Mark is coming to Trinity Baptist on that Thursday, and Ron is over there. You can go to the restroom if you need to, Ron. He's holding his hand up. I don't know. Go ahead. What you got, Ron?
Hey, Mark, the word's out now. The Lew's ledge rods that you have designed, spec'd out, and worked with Bob Brown there at Lew's.
Yeah, I saw a picture of it.
Mighty, mighty fine rods. Tell our listeners about the specific rod that you're using.
You got five.
Their best rod is the custom Team Lew's Custom, and inside that lineup is 5 rods that I designed that are, you know, we're really for offshore, but they have so many more applications than that. But we designed a small crankbait, which is 7.6, and it's a medium action, and then we have a big crankbait, which is a medium heavy action 7.11, and then we have a magnum crankbait 7.11. That's kind of a heavier, medium heavy. And just for an example, those would be like for a 1.5 Series 3, anywhere around in there, to a 6XD, 5XD, anything like that. And then the Magnum would be a 10XD rod. And then we've got a swim bait rod that we all throw 3/4 and 1 ounce, even half ounce ledge swim baits. And like the Shadowlicious on a half or 3/4 ounce head, just wind them out there on those ledges. We catch a ton of fish that way. Well, that rod is absolutely perfect for that. And then we also have a spinning rod, which is perfect for big, heavier, shaky heads, Nico rig, even Magnum net head. I say Magnum, it's a good 8 to 12 pound spinning rod that is just absolutely perfect for all that stuff. And then we have a brand new addition called a jig and worm rod. I needed something for those 3/4 and 1 ounce football jigs that I throw all the time offshore, and big Texas rig worm. Well, it also doubles up as an awful good jig rod because I caught some at Guntersville on it for early in the spring. It's going to be a good pitching
Well,
rod. It's 7-2, so it's a fantastic lineup.
Do you rub that red head every once in a while just to make sure you're really living this? I mean,
yeah.
Huh?
I tell you, I've been truly blessed, and that's why I don't mind doing those things that you were just referring to, because I know that those blessings come straight from God Almighty, and He has looked down on me, and in every way as I can, I want to try to give back.
Well, you do that, buddy, and I know that, and all these, I know you're surrounded by groupies all the time wanting money from you. So me and Ron are just sitting there saying, "No, we'll meet you at Poncho someday over there, and you can pick up the tip." No, but what's up next for you?
I'd be glad to buy you guys dinner anytime.
All right.
You're a good man.
I cherish our friendship.
All right, what's up next for you? Before we let you go,
Lake Travis. We got fishing church this Sunday at Lake Travis.
Yeah.
I'll be hosting that. And then we got practice and Lake Travis. I mean, you're only as good as your
right.
last term. I mean, you got to go right back and do it again. Next week there'll be another champion, and Guntersville victory will be forgot about. So I've got to march on and stay the course and not get too caught up in one little simple win.
Well, I think the fishing church. Tell the listeners what that is.
Basically, every tournament I would go to a church somewhere, because I just always want to put God first on that Sunday morning and just show Him dedication and just and learn and open the Word of God and have it flow into my mind, because I know it does me good. And so I would go. Well, there was other people that wanted to go, but they weren't real comfortable going to different churches all over. So God just convicted me about putting together our own little church inside fishing and having it at the ramp.
Yeah.
We have it 30 minutes before daylight. And, if it rains, you bring a rain suit. We have church right out there on the parking lot.
How many will usually come?
30.
Wow. That's amazing. You hear that, folks, and amazing. Mark, we love you, brother, and just so proud of you, and I know your family is, and you got lots of fans. I know that that aluminum boat will be up in Bass Pro, up on the wall up here. Here was Mark Rose's first boat, so.
That's right, the old War Eagle.
The old War Eagle, that's it. All right, you got a lasting question, Ron, before we leave? Let Mark go spend his money.
Well, not really, because it'll take some time to talk about, but the new Lew's ledge rods that Mark has come out with.
We'll talk
full handles. They're great. We're going to have Mark on another time to talk about that.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
And we wish you well at Lake Travis, my friend.
And we will see you at Trinity Baptist, too. Okay, Mark?
Thank you, guys. It's always a pleasure.
All right. Have a great one. Mark Rose, our one and only. All right, let's take a break. Come right back. Switch back to bird dogs, then back to fishing. We got a lot going on outdoors with Larry Rea on this long weekend.
You can find out